Since 1959, the Oregon Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation has partnered with some of Oregon's best physicians to provide critical sight and hearing surgery and treatment to those in need, resulting in one of the best illustrations of Lions keeping the promise of addressing preventable blindness and hearing loss. Over the years, the foundation has kept the promise that Lions made to Helen Keller so many years ago to people in need, young and old, and in communities in every part of our great state of Oregon. Oregon Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation is now recognized as one of the premier organizations in the country for screening and identifying vision health issues in Oregon schools. We then connect those that are referred for follow-up care to resources that provide comprehensive eye exams and new eyeglasses when needed. And talk about keeping the promise, the foundation has developed their own optical finishing lab to make new eyeglasses for those in need here in Oregon. In fact, it's one of the very first charitable optical labs in the world.
Last year, our LEAP program, which stands for the Lions Eyeglass Assistance Program, we made over 3,000 pairs of eyeglasses for low-income adults and children all over the state of Oregon. And this year, we've already surpassed that at 4,000 pairs of eyeglasses for Oregonians in need.
Keeping the promise is also about helping restore the gift of sound. You know, Helen Keller made this comment that many Lions embrace in that blindness can detach a person from things, but hearing loss can disconnect a person from other people.
Our Roar Hearing Assistance Program partners with Lions Clubs in Oregon and with local hearing professionals to restore the gift of sound to those in need. Roar helps reconnect these program recipients to loved ones in their lives and to the world around them. The Foundation's first and longest-running program, Patient Care, perhaps best illustrates the request that Helen Keller made of Lions in 1925 to be Knights of the Blind. Assisting Oregonians with procedures such as corneal transplants, cataract surgery, Avastrin injections, and even cochlear implants, recipients of Patient Care owe their restored sight and hearing to the amazing partnerships we have with organizations such as Eye Health Northwest, Pacific Cataract and Laser Institute, and Legacy Health's Devers Eye Institute, a partnership that goes all the way back to 1959. Today, the Patient Care program is able to offer the most recent breakthroughs in modern sight-saving procedures, including corneal cross-linking. Cross-linking addresses the condition of keratoconus, a gradual thinning of the cornea that leads to blindness without treatment.
So keratoconus is a condition that affects the front part of the eye, which is the cornea, and that's the window of the eye that we see through. And keratoconus is a progressive disorder where this cornea actually thins and then bulges out. Much like if you thinned a spot on a tire or a basketball, it's going to thin and point out. And as that cornea distorts, for the patient, it's like looking through a funhouse mirror. Everything becomes distorted and they're no longer able to function with glasses or contacts. And if it progresses too far, they actually need to have their whole cornea replaced in a corneal transplant so that they can see.
Our ability to keep that promise and to help people throughout Oregon is largely dependent upon the partnerships that we have with healthcare professionals. And Dr. Strajko absolutely epitomizes the quality of healthcare provider, not only because he is regarded as pretty much the best in his field, but his generosity. You know, Dr. Strajko could easily be just going about his business and seeing as many patients as he possibly could and not even give a thought to keeping the promise or the Lions or helping people in need. But he does, and it's really important to him to be able to give back and to be able to help people that otherwise wouldn't have access to that type of health care.
As development director and as a person that champions the mission of the Oregon Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation, I get to brag. I get the opportunity to share stories about recipients to our donors. And one of the most recent stories that has really kind of warmed my heart and sort of brought tears to my eyes is a gentleman named Harold, and he was going blind and he also had hearing issues. And thanks to two of our programs, both the LEAP, the Lions Eyeglass Assistance Program, and Patient Care, he was able to get help not only for his vision, losing his vision, but he also received a very specialized pair of glasses that could allow him to actually walk on his own. take steps and actually start living his life. He was dependent on another person entirely and had a very serious vision condition. So it's people like that I get to meet and that I get to interview them and share their stories with people who want to donate and make an impact, whether directly or indirectly.
We thank Dr. Stryko, the physicians and staff at Northwest Cornea Institute, and all of the providers that help make our patient care program possible. Thanks to them and all of you, we'll be able to continue to keep the promise for years to come.